As a soil scientist, I'm fascinated by hydrology. I'm always looking for ways to better understand the black box. At Decagon, we have soil moisture sensors for measuring volumetric water content in unsaturated soil. We have the drain gauge to measure deep drainage or water movement through unsaturated soil. But what tools do we have available to measure saturated conditions? Sometimes you get this dense layer or soil with a low permeability within the soil profile that's going to impede water flow. This can also stop water flow, causing it to collect either as shallow groundwater or as a perched water table, or as surface water like a wetland. Once the soil is saturated, a soil moisture sensor doesn't give you any new data. So where water collects, you have to be able to measure the changes as water depth. CTD sensors, which are sensors that measure depth, conductivity, and water temperature, have been around a long time, but they've always been too expensive to use in really characterizing the landscape. We wanted to make a CTD sensor that would fit right in with our other line of soil moisture sensors. It would be rugged, give accurate research-grade data, but the price would be low enough to where you could put out a lot of sensors to really characterize the landscape. There's so much variability in soil across the landscape. To really understand what's going on with the water, you have to put out a lot of sensors. In order to characterize spatial variability, 2 or 3 sensors just isn't going to give you enough information. We figured out a way to make this sensor at a price that is sort of jaw-dropping. It's a lot less expensive than existing sensors. So our strategy was to piggyback it off of a data logger. Since our goal was to make it possible to put a lot more sensors out in the field, we figured multiple sensors could share a single logger or share loggers with other soil moisture or environmental sensors. That really brought the price down without sacrificing accuracy. Putting the sensors on the logger means you don't have to pull it up to read it. In fact, with our EM50G logger, you don't even have to go out in the field to read it. You can download the data right in your office. The single sensor cost, 1 sensor plus our top-of-the-line data logger, is a little lower in cost than a conventional CTD sensor. But if you're using multiple sensors, this design makes it possible for you to fit a lot of sensors into your budget, so you can measure recharge rates, groundwater level, groundwater flow and direction with the spatial resolution you need to really understand what's going on in the black box. For more information on how the CTD sensor makes its EC, depth, and temperature measurements, or for specifications, visit www.decagon.com/CTD or give us a call at 1-800-755-2751.